What's up guys, Shane here from House of Cards TCG. I'm coming to you with a deck profile that I'm super excited about. It is Tenyi Swordsoul, and I've been busting people up left and right at locals with this. Tyler's seen it. I went, what did I go, X1, I ended up winning in top cut at locals, and then the next time I went undefeated. So this deck is just insane. It's, in my opinion, the best deck of the format. It can apply so much pressure going second, and going first you have cards that are just automatic win buttons, like Chow Fang and Protos. So I just love the versatility of the deck, and I can't wait to show it to you guys. Alright guys, so I just want to show off the Chow Fang combo going first. If you're playing against like Drytron, you know, it's actually really good against Invoked. This is how you can get into Chow Fang, which is any two, well, you need Ashuna and then either Adhara or Vishuddha or your Vessel. And then I added to my hand just 3 hand traps just to, you know, show this is all we need here. So first thing you're going to want to do is special the Ashuna, so it's an activated effect. Because you control no effect monsters, you can special it. And then you link it off for the Monk. And then at that point you're going to want to special your Adhara, because you control no effect monsters, and then you activate the Ashuna effect to special the Vishuddha from your deck. And that locks you into Tenyi, not into Tenyi, into Worm monsters for the rest of the turn. So from here we want to synchro summon a level 8. So we want to go into our Baxia. So we'll go into Baxia, and then we will activate the effect to pop the Monk and bring back out the Adhara. And then from there we turn these two, we synchro with those two into our Chow Fang. So from here on out, this is a floodgate for light effects because we used the Yang Zing light monster. And then you have the rest of the cards in your hand to play with. You know, in this case, you have 2 hand traps, you know, 3 hand traps, but you obviously set the Infirm. But let's say, and let's go back and show you what you can do instead of the Chow Fang to get you into your Swordsoul combos without having to actually summon a Swordsoul monster. So from here, bring the Ashuna back. So either one of these is fine. So again, we'll activate the Ashuna, and then we'll link it off for a Monk. And then we'll special the Adhara, again, same sequencing. And then you activate the Ashuna, banish it, and you special out the Vishuddha, so I put it on top. And then from there, you synchro these two into your Grandmaster. So you get Grandmaster effect, you can search you, so in this case, we're gonna want to search the Tenyi. And going second, you can see how strong this is because you can apply pressure with the Vishuddha. You can, you know, Adhara, I can add back the Ashuna. So we will, then we still haven't used our normal summon, so we'll normal the Tenyi, activate effect, banish this cost. We're gonna banish the Vishuddha, and that'll summon out a token. And then from there, we can synchro. Keep in mind you are locked into worms, so we're gonna go into our Berserker and activate the Tenyi effect, and that can dump one. So you can dump a worm or a Tenyi, or a Swordsoul. So we can just dump some follow-up. And then you can also activate the Adhara here because you control a non-effect monster. You can banish it and you can add one of these back to your hand. So there we have our end board, just, you know, again with just 2 cards, 2-card combo. So pretty cool. All right, so let's jump right into it. So let's start with the basics, the Swordsoul monsters. So 3 Moyi, obviously you have to play 3 of this. And I'm doing 3 Long Wan. So a lot of people I've seen cut this to 2, but I always want to see this in my hand. If I don't see it, I'm gonna have to search it. So I like it at 3. And then we're on 2 Taya. Some people are playing 1 and 3. I like it at 2 because it is searchable and it's not your best starter. It technically is a starter if you open it with, you know, Emergence. So, I mean, it is a good card and I like to see it. So I put it at 2. And then we're doing 3 Incredible Ecclesia the Virtuous. A lot of the Tenyi builds have been either cutting this or reducing it, but it's just such a good card, especially going second, and I really want to see it, so I like it at 3. You're not going to be able to trigger the second effect to add it back to your hand, but the first effect is just good enough. Sometimes you have these hands where you just need a starter, so I like it at 3. 3 Emergence, again, that's obvious. That's your Rhoda. I'm doing 1 Sacred Summit. A lot of people have cut this too, it seems like, just trying to make room for other power cards, but I like this at 1. It's searchable. If you don't see it, you're fine, but if you do draw it, it's really good to top deck, you know, late game. So yeah, I like it at 1. And I'm doing only 1 Blackout. I mean, this card's good. It stops you from just straight up losing to like a Droplet or Dark Ruler No More. It's good, so it's good to search this and set it, but if you don't, it's not the end of the world. It doesn't come up enough to play more than 1, in my opinion. If I banish it off Desires, I don't care. So let's go into the Tenyis. I'm doing 3 Ashuna. This one gets you into your Chow Fang combo, gets you, special summons a Tenyi from the deck, so you want to see it, so I play that one at 3. And then I'm going to play the other ones at 2. So 2 Vessel, 2 Vishuddha, and 2 Adhara. I really don't want to banish them both, off of Desire, so I play them at 2. Vessel, it's okay. It's gotten me out of some jams before, but I don't like playing it at 3 because it can clog up your hand. Same with the Vishuddha and Adhara. I like them at 2. It's good enough that you see them and not cloggy. And then we're doing the 3 Desires. Not much to say about Desires, it's draw 2, it's so free in this deck. And then we're doing 2 Talents and a Called By. You gotta respect the hand traps. I think people have moved back towards playing hand traps instead of just playing Droplet, Dark Ruler, Lightning Storm, in the main deck. So you gotta respect that. Talents is just insane. If you resolve this card, you probably should just win. If you have combo, you rip a card out of their hand. If you don't, you get to draw 2. You can obviously take their Enforcer, take their Dragoon, so it's a really good card. I don't like it at 3 though. I've been seeing people play it at 3 just because it is so powerful, but it can get cloggy. You don't want to draw multiples. And then the hand trap lineup. 3 Infinite Impermanence. This is, if not the best hand trap, one of the best because it doesn't trigger talents. And effect negation is just so strong in this format. And then let's do 3 Ash. Again, so generic. Just not much to say about Ash. And then 3 Veiler. So again, effect negation is so good in the mirror. It's just generically good. And that's why we play that. I considered playing, a stronger hand trap like Droll or Nibiru, but Nibiru conflicts with the Tenyi engine because it gives you an effect monster and you can't summon out your Tenyis from hand, so didn't want to play Nibiru, and Droll is just doesn't hit enough decks right now. It's a really great side deck card, but just didn't like it in the main. So let's go into the extra deck. Start off with the links. 3 Monk. 3 does come up. You want to play 3. You're going to need to get into your 3rd one, and you're going to wish you had it. So along with that, we do the 1 Yazi and 2 Baxia. Gets you into your Chow Fang. They're also really strong going second, being able to bounce cards and pop cards with Yazi. So that package is really strong, and with that you play the Chow Fang. If you're going first and you're going against Drytron, you know, a lot of other decks, you can lock them out of activating Light Monsters effects, which is huge. And you can get into this just with your Tenyis without having to use any Swordsoul monsters. And then we do the 2 Grandmaster and the 1 Supreme Sovereign. Again, that's standard. Crimson Blader actually came up for me a lot. It wins in the mirror. It wins against Invoked. It wins against a lot of different decks. Eldlich battle over something. They can't summon an Eldlich next turn. They can't, you know, cuts off a lot of their plays. Their traps are level 5, so cuts that off. 1 Berserker, 1 Dragite, 1 Baron, and 1 Shen Shen. Shen Shen is coming up more for me than Ruddy Rose. So I cut the Ruddy Rose, and Shen Shen control is just good enough sometimes just to be able to macrocosmos your opponent's cards from the field. So I preferred that. Now let's get into the side deck. So starting off with 3 Lightning Storm. I like Lightning Storm a lot this format. Crushes back row decks. It's really good in the mirror because they mostly just put the Baron and the Grandmaster in attack position. You can sometimes just wipe them out with that card or bait out a negate. It's just really good this format. And then the 1 Feather Duster and 1 Reboot, just crushing back row decks. You want as many cards in your deck that are just a win button. And Red Reboot is just a win button. Feather Duster can be just a win button against certain decks. And then to stop our combo players, we have Droll. Really good against the bird deck, really, really good against Drytron, really good against Invoked. So a lot of that flying around. So that's why I did consider putting it in main deck. And if I was going to a big tournament, I'd probably more heavily consider that, just because you're gonna be expecting more meta. But on the local level, I'd just rather have a Veiler probably than Droll. And then to stop combo decks, you want the 3 Dark Ruler. It's just really good right now. If you can Dark Ruler their board and you can combo off, you're in a winning position. And then I have some cards I'm siding in going first. So you want the Imperial Order Anti-Spell. It just shuts off their power spells, Talons, Droplet, Dark Ruler No More, Feather Duster, all that stuff. You wanna turn those off. And then we have the Arch Nemesis Protoss, which is absolutely insane. If I could find room in the main deck, I'd probably put it in the main deck, just because locking out a specific attribute is huge. And if you know what your opponent is on, this card is absolutely nuts. It's actually even good going second because they already have their board established. So if you can resolve this, you're gonna potentially pop their board and lock them out of that until the end of their next turn, which is, needless to say, floodgates are strong. So, yeah, so that's it for the main deck, the side deck, and the extra deck. So, guys, let me know down below what you think of this build, if there's anything you would change yourself. Always looking for feedback, and yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Shane from House of Cards TCG, signing out.